just bring better results to the user. AI allows you just to move faster, expand faster. You have a crisis of attention. Nobody reads blogs. Check using AI what's trending and get information what's going on right now in the world.
Listen to customers with AI across the entire web and then implement changes which significantly impact the business.
The AI will leverage the chances for the small part of people and decrease the chances for the masses. First of all, ChatGPT is outdated, so you need to add in your prompting, and the name of the game is diversification, and they are giving you something expensive for free. There is something like model laziness. Models are lazy. Split prompting to smaller prompts.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Want to attract and convert more leads? Want to learn how digital PR, branding, and SEO can establish and build your brand identity? Welcome to the Market Movers Building Brands and Links with Linkify podcast. We answer these questions and help you ramp up your brand visibility and credibility. Let's cut through the noise and make your business the talk of the town. We're your hosts, Nick and Chris. Let's get this show on the road.
Welcome to the Market Movers podcast. Today we are exploring AI in marketing with a very good friend of mine and Nick's, Robert Niechciał, CTO of Sens AI and partner at Vestigio, where he specializes in integrating artificial intelligence into SEO and marketing strategies. Welcome, Robert.
Hello guys, it's a pleasure to meet you, and thanks for having me here. It's a pleasure, thank you.
How do you do on the name, Robert? We were practicing the last name before we hit record. Did you do okay?
Yeah, it's 7 out of 10.
I'll take that.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, you don't butcher me, and yeah, as I mentioned, I'm proud. I won't never change my name, my surname up to any nickname, etc. So yeah, it's good.
Well, Nick, haven't you just had an issue with your surname recently?
In most case scenarios in the world, people pronounce it like Niechciał, which is good.
Yeah, I did. I'm doing a mortgage here in Portugal, and they put rigs instead of bigs. And I thought, I'm fine with that, but it might be an issue when I go to sell it down the road. So I had to fix it. All right, Robert, thanks for coming on today. We're excited to talk about AI. You're quite a big name in the AI marketing space. I know Chris and I have seen you speak 3 or 4 times now. So to start things off, why don't you just tell us about your background, how you got started in AI, just a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so in general, I'm in industry for the last 20 years. I'm in the SEO industry, but my background is engineering. I'm graduated at Krakow University of Technology in electrical engineering field. It's not connected to computer science, etc., but still, it opened my mind. So I'm close to technology, and I'm trying to understand how things works in the world and how it should work. And I'm playing with AI in, let's say, SEO and in connection to SEO for the last 4 years, I guess. I'm trying to explore the field and understand how I and my friends and my colleagues and business partner can implement it to take advantage of it in SEO. ChatGPT was introduced like 2 years ago. In 2022, the whole ideas of machine learning, deep learning, etc. is much older, but I'm trying to use existing models and technology for SEO, marketing and business purposes, and yeah, I'm doing well.
Okay, well, we're definitely going to dive into all of that, but what was your first introduction to AI then? What tools, what models, what was the first rudimentary stuff that you managed to get your hands on and start playing with?
So the first need was natural language processing, and it wasn't like a large language model those days. It was more like NLP models like Spacey, and in our agency we always wanted to implement something new. So the need was just natural language processing, planning better content, optimizing content, checking what's going on our clients or our websites or our affiliate portfolio. And then the whole race started, like first the GPTs, first models, then the introduction of GPT-3, I guess, was the groundbreaking moment for me because of the quality of the model. And then, everything changed. So last 3 years, for sure, before just natural language processing needs deep dive to large language model and other stuff, yeah.
And we've come a long way in the last 3 years. It's crazy, the first kind of things that came out, what you could do with AI and marketing, and where we are now. So I'm curious, what is maybe the biggest use case you see right now for marketing? I think social media is full of crazy case studies, things you would never actually want to do on your business. What are you seeing out there? Like, what is the biggest use case for AI and marketing?
In general, for each business and each marketer and each SEO, the biggest use case and the biggest possibility, because use cases are, limited only by your imagination. But but the possibility is to move faster. It's the biggest stuff. I was always thinking about SEO only based on technical part, like technical stuff, link building, PBNs, domains, blah, 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 blah. And the biggest use case nowadays is simple AF. Just bring better results to the user, because the name of the game in the future is only about the quality, but not quality as we think, like, oh, better links or whatever, better something, whatever. The name of the game is better user signals at the end of the day from the opposite side of the screen. And AI allows you to, from the one hand, just to move faster, expand faster, and operate in different verticals, better communication, LinkedIn, social media, better everything, faster, but also better quality for your user. I mean, better data cleaning is the big part of my job right now. Better classification, better content, better quality for your user, because I think that we have a crisis of attention. Nobody reads blogs, and typical content strategy is just to write blogs, interlink, and put some call to action. That's it. Let's go. But nobody read it in general. And AI allows you to, to produce different verticals, make summaries, just answer your users much faster in better way with better classification and quality. And it's not a single use case. It's a big picture, but more apt to looking for it more, let's say, holistically from helicopter point of view. And it's the biggest use case for sure for marketers. Let's say we had workshops for one of the biggest food corporations in the world, Danone. They produce yogurt, milk, stuff. And they thought that, okay, we have AI, we know how to classify stuff, how to make big data. And they are up to, taking information from TikTok, socials, Instagram, YouTube. So I mean different verticals, videos, pictures and stuff. Check using AI what's trending and produce content based on it, and also produce new flavors of their products based on the trends from the internet and they built by AI. Your users can also go for the niche. Let's say you are in AI niche. You can check all newsletters, all news outlets, all Twitter account, all YouTubes, all stuff, and get information what's going on right now in the field, in the world, and then just push your information on social websites, whatever, much faster and just grow. Yeah, there's unlimited options.
That's super interesting. I actually interviewed one of the marketing directors from Brand24, which is like a social listening tool. She was talking about one
also
of the biggest
Polish
company. Yeah, she was saying one of the biggest single impact activities that they see being used by big brands with that platform is the ability to listen to customers with AI across the entire web, and then implement changes which significantly impact the business. And then also for
sure. Sorry that I stopped you, but one thing I want to say, I'm 100% sure, 1,000% sure that now we are in brand new world of quality in marketing, and we need to stick to it and work on quality as much as possible. And using Brand24 and listening for users is absolute quality, because even Google confirmed in latest Google leak that they measure the users, their behaviors, and it's huge signal in ranking. So let's take advantage of it. Simple.
And the AI allows you to do that at scale and pull out that information, even from a local SEO perspective as well, where we can read reviews, we can get like an idea of what our customers are generally thinking about us. So yeah, that use case is just phenomenal. And I don't think now we're in an era where, that's an interesting thing that we could do. I think if you want to survive, you have to be doing it, because the competition is,
Of course.
One of the things you mentioned, processing a large amount of data, looking at social trends. I think the social trends is probably easier, but you mentioned like processing a lot of newsletter data. For smaller brands that don't maybe have the resources of a Danone, for example, are there tools out there to help you do that, or are you building custom tools? How can you start to implement some of these things where you're processing a large amount of data without manually inputting all of it from newsletters?
It's like, custom made and enterprise. There's one thing, it's sad, but it's true. And there's a perfect quote, I always use it, that the AI will leverage the chances for the small part of people and decrease the chances for the masses. So the AI tools are rising daily, and there's all the website like isitai4it.com, for example, just look for this sort of information, or websites. There is a lot of simple tools like make.com, n8n.ai. AI.io. Just start, build your simple processes and look for tools you need. It's not super obvious at the beginning, but it's easy. Just pay 1 week of your time and you can do it. But also, Danone is different, and Danone is not playing with a grocery store in your neighborhood. Danone is playing on global level with different competitors. But if you are small, for example, a small business like local business, you are playing with other local businesses. So it's different perspective. Just simple tools, even ChatGPT with Canvas and all tools like looking information, Perplexity for looking for information, maybe some day by day easy tools for call recording and stuff, and you are better than 99% of your competitors for sure. So I'm thinking big because in different perspective, but for regular marketers, just simple stuff. I think they have to know how to prompt, how to build simple GPTs that will automate the processes, how to build simple flows. For sure, we'll go global shortly with our program Sensei. So we will show how to do it in the simplest way, and the world will be a better place for everyone, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think this is where I struggle in particular, because I'm not technical, but I can give myself a week to sort of dive into stuff. But it can be quite overwhelming. So let's take it back to basics. Let's look at content. And we know that we shouldn't be using ChatGPT out of the box. Hello, ChatGPT, write me an article on XYZ. It's not going to rank. It's not going to give traffic. It's going to offer zero value. You talked about combining tools, some of the no-code tools and stuff. Where can people start to go above and beyond ChatGPT at a level that is understandable?
So let's make it clear. So ChatGPT is great tool, and you are good to go with it and produce better content than your competitors. But there is few risks, and I will start from risk and problems. First of all, ChatGPT is outdated. I mean, data cut off was like last year, October 2023. So it's the first challenge you need to face. I mean, the outdated data and niche sensitive data. The solution, just look for data in top 10 results, or go to Perplexity, do your homework, make a proper information, actual information, and you are good to go with simple operation with ChatGPT, because you will resolve the problem of hallucination. Chats and this sort of operation are fine-tuned to chat with you. There's a lot of different model, like instruction model for performing professional operation. Chat is not professional one, but you are good to go and start with chat. But you need to feed the beast. It's the first problem you need to resolve. Second problem, I'm Polish, you are British and American, so we have different perspectives. In general, GPTs and ChatGPT have a problem of biases, because the training data was, in most cases, like 99%, I guess, American data. They don't have Polish perspective, for example. So you need to add in your prompting and in your process your local perspective. If you are Spanish, you have different perspective than American. Luckily, and the training data was from United States instead of Russia or China, so it's good information, but still different perspective. But also problems with language, problems with grammar, sometimes problems with interpunction. If you produce even Polish text using ChatGPT with extra data and everything, you will get the typical American wording, which don't exist in Poland, but you can get it right there. Also, interpunction and stuff, you need to fine-tune it up to your local, let's say, perspective and stuff. And if you understand it, it's quite simple. You are better than, let's say, 80 or 90% of ChatGPT users. Because at the end of the game and at the end of the day, everyone is using same way. It's let's say, same swimming pool, and you are swimming in same swimming pool as the whole world and all your competitors. So just swimming, it's not a competitive advantage anymore. It's just swimming, duplicate content, I mean. And just implementing few steps, you are better than 99% of guys in same swimming pool. Also, it's good idea is go to different providers like Claude.ai, I mean Cloud from Anthropic. Nobody swim there, or the 5% or 1% of your competitors are in different swimming pools, so it will diversify, because in long run the name of the game is this diversification from Google perspective. If everybody publish same content, same quality, same grammar, same wording, same shit, same hallucination, you need to take advantage of it, be better, and you are good to go.
So You mentioned Claude as well. I'm curious, what tools do you use for content creation?
I'm a heavy user, so I prompt directly to AI models through the APIs. But as a simplest trick for your users, go for brand new ChatGPT. Canvas is a fancy editor with all stuff, all tools, super exciting tool. Go for information to Perplexity, great tool that scraped the whole internet looking for information and the data for you. Just copy paste, add to your process. Claude is a great tool. The simplest one. But the thing is, you need to understand how it works. Add something extra, and you can go with those free. I'm a heavy user. I do a lot of automation processes, step by step, agents talk to agents, but it's a different perspective. And I can just introduce and recommend the tool Defy.ai. Defy is AI orchestration tool. Super exciting, super cool, but it's not the beginning. It's, let's say, end of the process.
Yeah, I think every time we see you speak, I check out some of these tools, and some of them are just over my head. Okay, well, just to talk about prompting real quick. Everyone says this is the key to success. If you're going to create content, you have to have good prompts. I see people posting their prompts, and I'm curious your take on this. So I'll see people say like their prompt starts with, "You are a writer with 100 years of experience." We just came back from SEO Vibes Cyprus, where Alex from Web Asset Builders spoke, and he talked about like bad prompting and how telling GTP that it has a million years of experience doesn't actually impact. So I'm curious your take on that, and then how do you actually come up with good prompts?
To be honest, writing like you are a super fancy copywriter with 100 years of experience, people live like 70, 80 years, so, but the thing is, we need to think about a bit different. There is behind AI, it's sort of neural network. And if you said that it's not the objective, let's say you are configuring the system that you are blah, 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 you are setting the configuration of this neural network. Let me explain it. There is one research in the world actually performed by Anthropic, and they did something like AI brain surgery. And they realized, after all, that AI models are quite similar to human brain. They proved that if they gave AI model the task of translation from Russian to English, let's say, one part of the brain started to work. If they go to same model and they ask it to perform summarization or classification process, different part of this neural network proceed the task. And if you set the sort of rules like you are copywriter, you are whatever, you are just setting the rules for the proper part of neural network, to be honest. So it's good to configure it, because the next process in AI is just the probability. So making a math and setting the next token in a context. So in a prompt, if you set proper neural network configuration, set the objective, set the rules step by step, set examples, the proper part of the neural network will proceed with it, and at the end of the day you will get much better results as in this example of this AI surgery brain. But we have few problems, because everyone are thinking, okay, I have perfect prompt, my structure is who are you, your objective, your task, explanation like step by step, and then examples, good examples, bad examples, and output you want to get. It's just the perfect, say, structure. But, AI in ChatGPT especially is quite cheap. Sometimes it's even free. You need to pay for extra, like say, features, add-ons like Canvas, etc. But in general, it's cheap or even free. But the electricity is not cheap. GPUs and all processors are not cheap, and they are giving you something expensive for free. Because of it, there is few problems. I mean, model castration, for sure. So models are smaller for your needs, so worst results. We can see it in GPT, in ChatGPT. They also do something like model distillation to make smaller models for needs. But there is something like model laziness. Models are lazy. And if you put all needed instruction in the top of your prompt with all set, or all information or all context below, it's enough for them to proceed. And they will ignore what's below. And it's the biggest problem. So if you want to be better in prompt engineering at the end of the day, you need to split to processes or split prompt to smaller one. And it's first rule of IT, divide and conquer. Split big problem up to set of smaller problems. Some of small problems are big problem. That's it. Here is the magic. If you split the process, you are making sure that AI will read like everything and use everything to your process instead of, let me give you an example. If you upload the book or ebook about psychology to AI and you ask a question about child psychology, whatever you ask, and if it has the answer on page 40, but the proper answer is on page 400, you will get the answer from page 40 instead of proper one because of the laziness. They are optimizing the money for electricity, GPUs and stuff. So as a tip, split prompting to smaller prompts and make it in process. Your results will be much, much better because of the problems of laziness and optimization. And also one more thing, even Anthropic proved that today's models ignore everything after 70,000 tokens. After it, they ignore the context and ignore the information because of the laziness. So you need to go small, split process to steps, and always set your blah 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 just to configure the neural network. Set proper objective task step by step, like with monkey, 7 years old monkey. Let me give you an example. As I mentioned today, I got English breakfast. Let's go for scrambled egg. How to make scrambled egg? Take eggs, heat the pan, put eggs on pan and mix. Is a recipe, simple. Add salt, pepper, that's it. But if you go this way with AI, it will do a scrambled egg, but nothing special. But if you change the prompt up to take 3 eggs, heat the pan for 1 minute, put your eggs when pan is heated, then mix for 2 minutes or 1 minute, whatever, add 1 gram of salt, 2 grams of pepper, even monkey will make a scrambled egg. Is a difference. So you need to treat AI same way and prompt same way, describe step by step, blah blah blah, and examples. For sure, go with bad examples and good examples you want to get, and at the end maybe output format like table, JSON, whatever you need, and you are good to go. Yeah.
This is an area that I'd like to dive into. So especially with the new ChatGPT canvas, and our experience with AI has always been the more fresh data you inject into the model, and if you train the model, you're going to get better results. And then the correct prompting on top of that as well leads to magic. And to quote the great Robert Niechciał, shit in, shit out. So how can we use ChatGPT canvas to train the model, and is that saved in the memory? Can we keep using that window with a trained model, or do we start losing the...
No, shit in, shit out. Thank you for it. I was traveling the world last year with this sort of presentation, but it was huge. Everyone remember it. Thank you for it. So ChatGPT canvas or GPT canvas, it's only the editor, so it will remember your, let's say, conversation, like I think 128 tokens, and that's it. If you close it one more time, etc. I'm not sure if canvas are already delivered in GPT. I'm not sure. Maybe no, but it will in the future. So if you want to train models somehow on your base data, it's not a training. It's just putting data. It's different process. You need to go to GPT, build your own instructions, and you can upload your data up to it. And you are good to go with it, like in small, simple process. But I'm not sure if canvas are already delivered in GPTs. For sure, it will in the future. But I'm not sure is it working today. But it will be in the future. Is only solution. Otherwise, you maybe want to collect your data in, I don't know, PDF file, TXT file, doc file, whatever. And every time you open the next Canva, just upload your file as your internal procedure, instruction, information, data, whatever. But please remember that models are still lazy. So if you upload like 400 pages of PDF from ebook, whatever, isn't the solution. There's a lot of different solutions, but make it simple. Maybe it's only one you have on the plate right now.
What about Playground then? Does that give us more ability to train the model in Playground, or do we when we want to start training, do we need to start looking at connecting different like no-code tools and go in that route.
To be honest, in Playground, you have the ability to build agents. Maybe agents are a solution, but then the rules are same as in GPT. Is just upload data. There is a retrieval augmented procedure right now, right there, and it's not a perfect way. The solution is connecting to different environment orchestration tools like DeFi. It's more advanced one, but it's the best solution right now on the market. But just make it simple. Just collect data in your files, internal files. Just upload it each time you open the chat or canvas, and yeah, you will be still better than 99% of your competitors. And make sure, one more time, to fine tune the response of model up to your local language. If you are Italian, you have Italian spelling, wording, rules, grammar, interpunction. Make sure you fine tune up to your local language because of the biases and US perspective, and you will be still better than 99% of users, for sure, 100% sure.
Okay, so back to the AI models are lazy. The ebook example, it gives you the answer on page 40, the real answer is on page 400. How do you actually prompt it to go through the entire thing and find the correct answer?
The thing is, if you upload data, there is a process of chunking data. So instead of reading the whole big book, you chunk it to small parts like 500 tokens. Microsoft use 500, Google I think use 4 to 500 tokens. Small parts. And retrieval process is not about reading whole book, but looking for the small chunks of data and information that fit your context the best way. Is there a lot of solution for looking for the best chunks? You can imagine chunks like direct answer in Google. If you ask what's I don't know, tulipan, or give me the random name of a flower, rose. What was a rose? You will get the direct answer, like on top of Google. Rose is the flower with blah 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 blah. Is the chunk. So you are looking for data in this sort of set of small chunks, which represent the best way your query, and is a solution, but is an advanced one. So I will explain it in my Sensei courses. It makes a difference, but in enterprise level. So one more time, split big problem, I mean ebook, to set of chunks, so small problems, and sum of small problem is big problem. Always same rule in IT.
Always be breaking it down into smaller tasks. Does that also,
of course,
yeah, does that also decrease the chance of hallucination and inaccurate results?
Of course,
of the process
of course, because if you retrieve the chunks, you can do your math and set the relevance score, distance score, how it represents your query, so it delete the hallucination. To be honest, there's no hallucination if you perform this way. But as a tip for your listeners, if they want to go with chat, let's say you have 400 pages ebook, it's your data source. Split it for a set of 50 pages, like upload 8 small ebooks with 50 pages. The whole retrieval process will be much better and the results will be much better. So upload more files, and maybe even the chapters. You can split it by the chapters, and name the file as the name of the chapter, and it will make your result better because the process behind it will match it much better because the set of data is much smaller. It's a solution, the simplest one, and it will make your result much better.
Okay, so on the beginner level, just manually split it. That makes sense. Let's move on to link building. You mentioned this earlier, which got me excited. Link building, of course, is our favorite topic. What are some interesting use cases for AI and link building?
It's a hard one. Of course, content generation, outreaching, of course. To be honest, now we can, let's say, measure the topicality of links or set the places or articles we want to put the links on because of the AI. Because AI, behind of this GPT, AI is also embedding models that represent data. So imagine a situation that we can represent the news outlets in your country and represent articles, for example, on Guardian, topicality of the articles. And we know that we are, let's say, selling AI workshops. So using AI, we can find exact match articles on the biggest news outlet about our topic. And I think it's the best use case right now to stick to your topicality. And if something like topical authority exists also in, let's name it at link topical authority exists, you can take the AI and use it for it. Of course, content production, better classification, checking websites of manual outreaching is not manual anymore. You can automate processes, etc., etc. But it's like this obvious, let's say, thank you, Captain Obvious, it's obvious, but these embeddings and distances are not too obvious, and company which will introduce it to the market will win for sure, sort of competitive advantage. We have something like this in Poland, yeah.
Another thing
it's working.
Of course,
Another great use case we find is obviously in digital PR, journalists love stories backed by data, and AI just not only gives you the ability to analyze huge amounts of data much faster than you would have been able to without it, but also it has like a freaky ability to extract interesting correlations that you may not have thought to look for, and obviously you can utilize that in the stories that you can outreach to the journalists.
You know, we have this GPT's model that, text-to-text transformers that will produce the text, but we have also models like Whisper, which make voice-to-text, subtitles from videos, etc. So maybe it's actually a good idea just to collect data from different verticals, because internet nowadays is not only Google, it's also TikTok, YouTube, all social media and stuff. Collect information, for example, let's say we want to have a website with crypto. We can go to YouTube, collect information from influencers or trends, even CNBC, CNN, and Bloomberg about crypto, collect it by AI, and same on Twitter, same on TikTok, same everywhere, and build daily update, daily knowledge for journalists around the world about crypto. It's super interesting and allows you to be on top with latest news and just send it. Come on, guy, here is the latest information about Bitcoin, here is Ethereum, here is something, take it, it's for you for free, whatever. And there's a lot of options right now to be on top.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, let's take the hypothetical example of this crypto site. As we approach the end of this interview, let's get a little bit technical, implementable as well. So let's take the hypothetical crypto website that you were talking about. Let's say that they were recently affected by a Google update. They weren't demolished, but they've seen a small drop in traffic, and they believe that there could be some technical SEO issues with the website. How can we utilize AI to make technical changes and identify technical problems on a website?
It's a hard question because core updates, especially or helpful content updates, are quite complex system with different signals, classifiers, etc. So you can go downtrend because of content, because of the link, because of the user signal, because of different stuff. But the simplest idea, you have the technology which proceed and understand same way as Google or similar way as Google, like a machine. So you can build a set of the URLs from your website which got hit, and ask machine how it understands this website, the entities, the information, perspective, what's good, what's not. You can even build the simplest GPT with user quality guidelines, helpful content guidelines, and try to score your content like a machine, like 1 to 10 score, Then you will realize how machine understand your structure, your website, your content, and just make it more aligned to the machine instead of just content production because everybody produce the content. Because at the end of the day, it's not your English teacher. She don't score your essay. The Google proceeded like machine, and you have same machine to proceed in similar way. So maybe it's a good idea for your listeners just to try to understand the structure, the content same way as the machine did, and maybe at the end of the journey they will realize why they were hit.
So I think that leads perfectly into what could be our last question is for non-technical marketers. I think for technical marketers this is like the most fascinating thing to ever happen. For non-technical marketers, what is the best resource maybe to go and to learn to start learning how to incorporate more AI into the marketing? Anything you'd recommend?
Well, I will recommend my company, but we are in Polish next year in English. But to be honest, I love to read medium.com. To be honest, they have a lot of material. Of course, I'm quite geeky one and I deep dive into engineering stuff, but they have very good quality on medium.com. I'm also looking on Twitter. There's few influencers, or my wall is crypto, politics, and AI right now. So you can set your wall, and there is update on AI, and there's few newsletters like runway.ai. I guess you need to look for a newsletter. There's few big newsletters which update you daily in the AI world. So look around, look for people on X, go for medium.com, and look for the big brands. I mean, not the biggest like OpenAI, of course, Anthropic, of course, but look on big startups in AI fields like DeFi, Perplexity, or this sort of Llama from Facebook Meta, and they publish on Twitter a lot of breaking news from AI. So look on big boys plus Medium plus global newsletters, and you will be updated for sure. And then if you want to implement in SEO or in a marketing strategy, and there's a lot of guys like me on LinkedIn.
I actually have a final question. Are you combining any use cases of AI with crypto, and do you have any tips for our listeners on how we can do the same and all get rich?
Not yet. But my colleague did working arbitrage using AI from different crypto exchange systems, and it works for him. Automation, changing a pair, selling, buying, and it works for him. I would love to build this sort of website I mentioned with daily news and analysis from different perspectives, proceed with perfect, let's say, one-page information, what's going on in crypto, updated hour by hour, let's say. Is my ultimate goal, but I don't have room to do it, so please don't steal the idea. But for sure, you are able to perform simple technical analysis using AI based on metrics, but please remember the models are not fine-tuned to do it. Of course, big boys like BlackRock, they have better models for it, but still you can start playing, predict the next move. Of course, you can't do it in ChatGPT. You know, as I mentioned, it's super important. ChatGPT is a model fine-tuned to talk to you, to exchange opinions. It's not professional model. If you want to go professional, look for models with instruct in the name. They are professional models. If you pick this sort of model, you can try to build technical analysis and predicting a move on crypto.
What's a technical model that we can use for free or start testing with and playing with?
Just head up to huggingface.com and you will find Llama from Meta with instruct in the name, and they are perfect to this sort of operation. I'm not sure perfect. Maybe perfect is too big word, but better.
Okay, Robert, it's been amazing having you on. I think this was a great chat. For people who want to connect with you, where can we send them? And where are you speaking next, actually?
Yeah, so I'm like everywhere, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, but I'm active on LinkedIn, so happy to invite you to my profile. And shortly I will start communicating in English because of my Sensei company. We communicate in Polish for the last few months, but we are switching the gear and starting English communications for all verticals. And as for conferences, I'm speaking only in Poland right now because I need to focus on the business, and I'm speaking on Polish conference like Founders Mind. It's a conference for C-level management decision makers in Poland. And next year I'm organizing with White Press SEO Vibes Poland 2025 in Poland for sure. I will perform the keynote speech and open the conference. And happy to speak somewhere else, but next year. Still in the process, still waiting for invitations. So
we'll have to come to see you at the SEO Vibes Poland then.
100%.
Okay, Robert, thank you so much. It's been great. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks. It was a pleasure.
And that wraps up this episode of Market Movers, Building Brands and Links with Linkify. Big thanks to our parent company, Linkify, the wizards behind turning ambitious businesses into standout brands. Hit up our website at linkify.io and take the first steps towards brand greatness. Big shout out to Fame for making this podcast possible. Thanks for listening, folks. Stick around for more insights in our next episode. Catch you later.